Hey guys, this is Ezekiel here, founder of Asia Forex Mentor. Alright, in this video I would like to show you guys a few strategies that we use in our group. Alright, this pair is the EuroCAD. Alright, this is the weekly chart. Okay, so what happens is we can see a nice downtrend over here. Alright, downtrend. Price eventually moves up. Alright, moves up, reaches down here, backs down, moves up again, gets rejected, goes down again. So now what happens in this area and this area, alright, is we can draw a price pivot area over here. Alright, so let's see. We draw a horizontal line in this area. Okay, let me adjust it a little. Alright. Okay. In this, let me draw this. Okay, at the 1.36900 level. Alright, we usually like to draw the price pivot over at the even number. Alright, so this is the 1.36900 level. Okay, so what happens is price moves up, back goes down, gets rejected by the resistance over here. Alright, heads up, goes down, eventually it breaks up with a nice bullish bar. Okay, so price moves up, and what happens here? Price meets some resistance over here. So what we can do here is we can draw another price pivot area. Okay, so let's see. Alright, I will draw this at the 1.3500 level. Alright, 1.435. Okay, so what happens is this is another price pivot area. So price moves up, alright, gets rejected, comes back down, and it meets the previous resistance, which now acts as a support. Alright, remember this is a weekly time frame. The higher the time frame, the stronger it is. Alright, the stronger the support and the stronger the resistance it is. Okay, so in this area, when price first backs down, alright, and reaches this area, it will be great, okay, if we have a price action confirmation in a smaller time frame. Alright, so this is the weekly chart. Let's go back to the daily time frame, alright, to see if there's anything. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. Alright, in the daily time frame, alright, we can see here this is the previous price pivot we draw. Alright, we can see it's now in confluence with the 150 EMA. Alright, this is in confluence. So now this is a strong area to take note. Okay, so now let's zoom down even further to the lower time frame to see if there is any price action confirmation for us to enter. Okay, so now this is the daily time frame. Okay, now let's go down one step lower to the 4 hour. Okay, so what happens in the 4 hour here? Okay, can we see price sits down? Alright, this is the previous price pivot area, the weekly one. Alright, so price gets rejected. Alright, price moves up, get rejected again by the 365, which now acts as the resistance. Okay, so naturally price moves down again. So this is alright, price moves down. This is like a mini pin. Alright, not that great of a pin, so we probably didn't take this pin. So price sits down again to the previous support level and the previous resistance level. Alright, so this is the price pivot area, and now what this happens is it forms a double bottom. Can we see here? It goes down, it gets rejected, it goes up, it comes down again, and it now forms a double bottom. Alright, and in this double bottom, what happens is we can see divergence. Alright, so let me show you let me shift this up a little. Okay, so what happens over here? Can we see here? This is the double bottom. Alright, here is the MACD. Can we see here? So what happens is we can draw a divergence over here. Alright, this is a low, it goes up and it comes down again. Usually, alright, if the price is right, okay, this area should have equal volume or equal strength as the previous low. Alright, you have reached the same low, so in this MACD area it should have the previous strength. an equal, at least an equal strength. Alright, at least an equal strength, but this clearly shows a smaller volume, alright, compared to the previous one, although the low is the same. Alright, so this is a higher low, alright, a higher low on the divergence, a double bottom at a price pivot, okay, at a confluence of the daily 150 EMA, okay, but there is no price action confirmation here. So now what we do now is let's zoom back down to the 1 hour time frame. Alright, let me make this bigger later. Let me take away the MACD. Okay, so what happens now? Okay, so now we go over to the 1 hour time frame to see if we can spot anything. Okay, let me zoom this out a little. So this is the double bottom. Alright, can we see here? This is double bottom. Let me make this bigger a little. Alright, so price goes down, the first bottom goes up, get rejected by the hour 4365 EMA, comes back down, and okay, what we are noting now is, what we are looking for now is a price action confirmation for us to enter. Alright, so what we can see here is a nice pin bar. Okay, let me draw this. Okay, what we can see is a nice pin of the area of confluence. Okay, so this is a great pin. Alright, so what we can do now is we can enter on the break of the pin. Alright, so the next bar broke it up, we took it up, or we enter on the close of the pin. Alright, we took it up, or we enter, or we can place a pending order, a pending buying order at the price pivot area. Alright, this shortens our risk reward ratio. Alright, our stop loss will be over here. Alright, so this will shorten our risk reward ratio. Alright, and true enough, because of all this confluence, all the confluence we stated earlier, alright, we have gotten ourselves a very nice move up. Okay, we have gotten ourselves a very nice move up. Let's see, this is the double bottom. We have gotten ourselves a very nice move up. Okay, so what happens is we enter over here at the pin bar on the 1 hour. Okay, so we would have taken either full or partial profits at the 365. Alright, and we will have moved our stop loss to break even naturally. So after which, okay, it's already up to you guys whether you want to trail it up even further, or you can take a full profit over here. Alright, nevertheless, this is a very nice trade, a very good risk reward ratio. Definitely, let me see how good is the risk reward ratio. Okay, so for example, if we enter on the retracement over here, okay, our stop loss is around 14-15 pips, and if we take full profit at the 365, it is around 175 pips. Alright, that is way more than a risk reward ratio of more than 10. Alright, more than 10. Alright, this is perfect. Okay, if you continuously take trades like this, alright, your account size will definitely grow by way you ever can imagine. Okay, so this is how we trade. Alright, if you like this post, alright, if you like these strategies, please hit the like button below and please comment below. Alright, I will appreciate your comments, and if there's any questions you have, please place it in the comments box below and I will answer them personally. Alright, see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys.